So today first concept, how to work with Excel sheet. How to work with Excel sheet. How to work with Excel sheet. So there are four methods. There are four methods. One is get sheet index method. Get sheet index method. This method is used for getting the sheet index by providing the sheet name. This method is used for getting the sheet index by providing the sheet name. By providing the sheet name. Next, get last row. Get last row number. Get last row number. This method is used for getting the all row count in this particular sheet. Here row count start with 0. Row count start with 0. Next, get last cell number. This method is used for all the cell count. All the cell count. Here count start with 1. Count start with 1. Next, get sheet at method. This method is used for getting the this method is used for, it will focus on the particular row based on the index. It will focus on the particular row based on the index. These are the four methods. So whenever you are working with Excel sheet, compulsory you should know these four methods. Get sheet index method, get sheet at method, get last row number method, get last cell number method. So these are the methods. So before going to this concept, first of all, we need to configure PY files. If you want to work with Excel sheet, compulsory we should add PY files. How to configure PY files into Eclipse or Selenium WebDriver? How to configure? So already we have PY files, 5 PY files. So now how to configure we will discuss. Excel. So yesterday already we completed. So first I'm taking one public sheet, public static string S. I'm taking one public static string S1. So here static string I'm taking, public static string. So come to main method. Come to main method. I have data in Excel sheet. Where it is Excel sheet? So I have data in Excel sheet. In desktop we have an Excel sheet. We have an Excel sheet in desktop. Triple X. In this AAA we have some data. I have data in this sheet. So I have get the data from this Excel sheet. I want to get the data from Excel sheet. How to get the data from Excel sheet? So first of all, take the path of the file. Right click, just go to properties. So I'm taking the path. I'm taking the path. Come to concept now. So paste here. All right. File input stream FI is equal new file input stream. Workbook WB equal to workbook factory dot create FIS. So this logic we learned from Java. File writer FW equal new file writer, buffer writer BW equal new buffer writer FW. So this logic we learned in Java, as well as in Selenium WebDriver also we learned in listener class. WebDriver WD equal new Firefox driver, event firing WebDriver EFWD equal to new event firing WebDriver WD. So this logic already we learned. Why? Because if you use only file input stream directly, we can't get the data from file. So compulsory we should take one workbook. Workbook WB equal to workbook factory dot create FIS. That file input stream reference I am giving here. Next, int reference name as your wish. So int s equal to wb dot get sheet index method. So already I told you. So if you want to work with Excel sheet, compulsory we should know some methods. So get sheet index method. This method is used for getting the sheet index by providing the sheet name. By providing the sheet name. Here I am giving sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Where you want, you should mention here. So in Excel sheet we have 3 sheets. One is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So now I want to get the data into sheet 1. So that's the reason I'm here mentioning sheet 1. Right. Sheet s equal to wb dot get sheet at method. This method is used for, it will focus on the particular row based on the index. Based on the index. That's the reason here I am writing wb dot get sheet at st. St means that is sheet index. That is the sheet index. Get sheet at method is used for getting the sheet index by providing the sheet name. That is get sheet index method. Get sheet at method is used for focus on the particular row based on the index. So that's the reason this index, this is the index st reference I'm giving here. Right. Now I need all row count. Int row count equal to s dot get last row number. So we can get the all the row numbers here. Here row count start with 1. So here I am writing for loop. For int I equal 0, I less than rows count plus 1. Why? Because count start with 1. So that's the reason row count start with 0. 0 plus 1, 1. I plus plus. Row r equal to s dot get row I. So we can get the all the rows. Just like similar cell count also. Int cell count equal to r dot get last cell number. Here count start with 1. So that's the reason int j equal to 1, j less than cell count j plus plus. Cell c equal to r dot get cell. So we can get the all the cell count. If it is cell type, if it is cell type string data type, just print here. Just print here I am saying. If it is cell type, if it is cell type, c dot get cell type, if it is equal to c dot cell type cell underscore type underscore string. So it will print the all the strings. That's the reason I am writing s1. First of all, I have taken one string, that is start string, s1 equal to c dot get string cell value. We can get the all the cell values. That means all the data we can get it. System dot out dot println s1. So we can get the all the data. We can get the all the data. Right. So if I click run, it will run. Now ask me any doubt in the particular concept. Here is very simple concept. Just first of all we need to get the rows and we need to get the cells. So we can print it. So first of all we are concentrating in cell. So each and every cell. So we can get the all the cells data we can get here. Save, click on run. So this is the data we are getting from the sheet, AAA sheet. All right. Right. Observe code. If you have any doubt, ask me now. Just some programming is there. So here all are known things only. File input stream already we know. So if you want to work with Excel sheet compulsory, we should use workbook. Workbook WB equal to workbook factory dot create FIS. So into st integer I'm taking. So WB dot get sheet index method. So if you want to use, if you want to get the sheet index by compulsory, we should provide the sheet name. I'm giving sheet 1. Sheet is equal to WB dot get sheet index, get sheet at method. It will focus on the particular row based on the index. So sorry, it will focus on based on the index. So next, int row count equal to row count, integer variable equal to int a. So row count is a variable, row count is a variable, integer is a data type. Data type variable name equal to value s dot get last row number. So here I am writing for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than rows count plus 1, I plus plus. So row r equal to s dot get row I. Oh, just like similar cell type. Cell also we can get it. So if cell type is numerical, sorry, string data type, just print it. So it will print the data. That is Excel sheet. That is Excel sheet. Very, very important. Whenever you are working with a software company, if you want to get the data from Excel sheet, this is the code, this is the final code. Okay. So if it is any Excel file, if you want to get the data from Excel file, we should write this code. So it's very easy. So just sometimes we should write number of times, 2 to 3 times. If you write it, then you can get it. What is this one? So clear. It is not very hard. So just we should practice once. So once if you practice, you can write manually. It's very easy. So here is not complex methods here we have. In Excel sheet, we have thousands of methods, thousands of functions. But here is no simple, only four methods. Get sheet at X, get sheet index method, get last cell number, get last row number. So over. Next concept, data-driven testing. What is data-driven testing? Data-driven testing means implementing retesting. What is retesting? Already tested functionality again and again. We will test with multiple sets of data. Already tested functionality again and again. We will test with multiple sets of data. Again and again, we will test with multiple sets of data. So that's why that is called retesting. If it is manual testing, we will call retesting. If it is automation testing, we will call data-driven testing. We will call data-driven testing. Right. Today concept data driven testing. So first example, array example, normal example array. So already we learned test ng. Say in the test ng we have annotations. We have annotations. Not only how many annotations we learned, madam? How many annotation test ng annotation we learned? Only before class, after class, before class, after class, before method, after method, at the rate test two, and data provider. This is also test ng annotation. This is also test ng annotation. Not only the six, we have total 14, madam. Not only these six, we have 14 annotations, madam. So 14 annotations we have. So what are those? If you want, what are those? We have before group, before suit, after suit, at the rate listener, and just like we have number of annotations, like I will show you. Whenever you are facing the interview, that time they may ask you like, what are the annotations in test ng? How many annotations in test ng? Max we have, with the test we have 15. With the test, at the rate test we have 15 annotations. These are the annotations. Data provider is also one of the annotation. At the rate factory, at the rate listeners, at the rate parameters, at the rate test. These are the annotation. How many annotations we have? 15 total. With the test 15. Before suit, after suit, before method, after method, before test, after test, before groups, after groups, before method, after method, data provider, at the rate factory, at the rate listener, at the rate parameters, at the rate test. These are the 15 annotations we have in test engine. Just you should remember. These are the 15 annotations we have in test engine. These are the 15 annotations we have in test engine. right? At the rate provider is one of the annotation, test engine annotation. After writing the annotation, we should write function. After writing the annotation, we should write under function. Under annotation, we should write the function. Here I'm writing one function, public object supply data. I'm writing one function, public object to supply data function. I'm declaring one object array. Object reference name data equal to new object, 4 rows 2 columns, 4 rows 2 columns. Here we have 4 rows. Here we have 4 rows. Ename, age, two data types. So that's the reason I'm taking object array. Ename Sai 22, Chakri 25, Venkat 35, Mahesh 66. So 4 rows 2 columns. Here we have 4 rows 2 columns. 4 rows 2 columns. So that's the reason here I'm writing string ename. It is a string data type. Name is a string data type. Int is age is a integer data type. Int is a age, integer data type. Okay, right. Here I'm writing. I'm declaring one object array, data 12, 4 rows 2 columns. Sai 22, Chakri 25, Venkat 35, May 66. I'm writing return data. So whatever I gave that reference name, I'm return. So it will come back, right? It will give the return value. So that return value I'm storing into one test. So at the rate test data provider equal to supply data. Already we data provider supply data. We wrote one function that is at the rate data provider equal at the rate data provider equal to supply data. Data provider equal to supply data. So here I'm writing public void emp creation or any name you can take, function name, whatever you want you can take. String ename into EH. String ename into EH. System.out.println logic for emp creation of Sai 22, logic for emp creation of Chakri 25, logic for emp creation of Venkat 35, logic for emp creation of my 66, it will print you. So same message, but we are changing the values. Same message, we are changing the values. So that's why that is called data driven testing normal example. Array example, data driven testing array example. So here I'm changing the name and value, age. I'm changing the name and age. But remaining message is same. Logic for EMP creation of Sai 22, logic for EMP creation of Chakra 25, logic for EMP creation of Venkat 35, logic for EMP creation of Mahesh 66. It will print like. So that is the concept. That is the concept. Array data driven testing example. Array data driven testing example. All right. Next concept. Next concept. Data driven framework. Next concept. Data driven framework. Data driven framework. Next concept. Data driven framework. What is data driven framework? I'm going to Wikipedia site. I'm entering India here and click on search button. It will open India page. This is the India page. No, once again I'm going to that search box. I'm entering Canada. Canada. I'm searching search button. It will open Canada page. I'm entering US. It will open US page. It will open US page. So every time I'm changing the country's name, but I'm clicking on search button only. I'm clicking on search button only. So I'm clicking on search button only. So that is called already tested functionality. Again and again we are uh, taking different sets of value and we are clicking on that search button. So that is called data driven testing. Already tested functionality. Again and again we are testing with multiple sets of data, not only single set of data. We are taking multiple sets of data. So that's why that is called data driven testing. Data driven testing means already tested functionality. Again and again we will test with multiple sets of data, not only single set of data. We will take with multiple sets of data and we will do testing. So that's why that is called data driven testing. That's why that is called data driven testing. Right, we can see that program. Yes, here observe carefully. I'm taking public WebDriver WD. So I'm declaring one public WebDriver and here I'm using one URL, base URL, public string base URL. I'm taking one function that is base URL function I'm taking. Why I'm taking, I will explain you, just wait. So here I'm taking @data provider annotation. What is the use of data provider annotation? If you want to implement data driven testing, always we will use @data provider annotation. If we want to implement data driven testing, always we will use data provider annotation. Here I am taking public data, here I am taking @data provider data provider name equal to my test. Same, just object array we see na. So just same to same. So here public, after annotation we should write the program. Public object create data function I am writing. In this return function, return new object. So it will give the return value India, Brazil, Canada. I am taking three countries. Before method, it will go to, before method, it will go to, after annotation, we should write the one function, public void setup function I am writing. WD equal new Firefox driver, base URL. Oh, there is a reason, only base URL. Base URL equal to HTTP Wikipedia org. So it will go to Wikipedia site. It will go to Wikipedia site. So here I'm taking one test. @test data provider equal to my test. @test data provider equal to my test. Now I'm going to Wikipedia main page and I'm clearing the search box. I'm clearing the search box. I'm giving a country name. I'm clicking on search button. I'm clicking on search button. So it will give that title. So I want to get the title. String title equal to wd.get title. So we can get the title. System.out.println title. It will print the title. After method, I'm closing WebDriver. Totally I'm closing WebDriver. That means each and every time it will close and it will open, it will run, once again it will close and it will open and it will close. Save, click on run. Three times. So here I'm not using wd.close. Here I'm using wd.quit. Well, once again it will open India. India already came. Next it will go to Canada. Next something country. Brazil. Last one Canada. Right. This is the data-driven testing. Data-driven framework. Brazil, Canada. First one India. So these are not errors. So this is the whole WebDriver program. So that's the reason it is showing like something red marks. So this is not error. Right. Last page object model framework. So Rajendra Garu, yesterday we discussed with Orange HRM site. Today I will teach you Facebook with Facebook how to work with Facebook using data driven page object model framework. Today page object model framework. So already we know Facebook. Already we know Facebook. How to work with Facebook using Selenium. Selenium page object model framework. So here I have username field, password field. We need to click on login button. This is the one of the page. This is the one of the page. Email, password, login. This is the one of the page. This is the one of the page. So each and every page having elements. Each and every page having elements. So these are called page elements. So only for this page, I will create one object repository. I will maintain one object repository. I will maintain one object repository. How to maintain object repository we will discuss. So this is the page. Facebook is here one of the page. Here we have number of options. So leave it. Just I'm concentrating on only username and password. We need to click on sign in button. So these are the page elements. So only for this page purpose, I'm creating one object repository. How to create object repository now we will discuss. I'm taking, go to SRC, take the new class Facebook face. I'm taking class name is face. Click on finish. Now I'm creating one object repository. How to create object repository we will discuss now. One second, one second, one second. Yes. Now we can create the object repository. How to create the object repository? Right, public or static web driver, static web driver or public web driver. Static web driver WD. by dot id. By dot. Why it will be slow? What happened? By un username equal to. Why? What happened? It is very slow. Right. WD. By username by un. Un means username. By dot id. I'm giving id property. Oh God. ID property I know already. There is no unused internet programs. Alright. Email. I know ID is email. By dot password equal to by dot ID. What happened? Oh my God. PASS pass. Sign in. By dot login equal to by dot ID. I know ID. U underscore UOP underscore P. This is the ID property I'm giving. Facebook ID property I know. Right. Import the statements. WebDriver by 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 by. Right. Next, I'm writing one function. Public face WebDriver WD. This is constructor. This is called constructor. So modifier, what is the constructor syntax? Constructor syntax is, what is constructor? First, what is constructors? Constructor, it is something, it is something, it is something, it is used for, it is used for, it is used for an object, it constructing, it is used for constructing the objects very easily, very easily. How it will construct? For example, in the first class itself, we learned one line, that is public string name, public string color, public string, it should be cap, I know, but no need now. String height, public string weight. These are the properties. I want to write in single line. So then how we can write? For example, class name is face. Class name is face. First modifier public. Modifier name is public. Class name is face, for example. Class name is face or boy. Class name is boy. I want to write the all the properties at a time. So then we can write string data type, argument color C, comma, string name, comma, string height, comma, string weight, like we can write. So next, C equal to color, COLOUR color, N equal to name, H equal to HEIGH height, weight equal to W equal to weight. We can write it. So this is the constructor. Constructor is nothing but it is something, it is used for constructing objects in a very easy way. Constructing an object very easy way. So that's the reason we are using constructing. So here I wrote constructor, public modifier, face class name. So here I am writing WebDriver WD. So this is constructor concept. WebDriver WD, this dot WD equal to WD WebDriver. Now write the function for each and every username. For username we need to write one function. For password we need to write one function. So just close the bracket. I'm writing function now. Public void username. WD dot find element UN dot send keys. I'm giving Akhil Reddy at gmail.com. WD dot find element pwd dot send keys Venkana 143. Oh, we should write function. Sign in function. Click. All right. So we have three page elements, username, password, login. So three functions I wrote it. Now only for these three elements I created one object repository. This is the object repository. Now come to concept. Go on to take an annotation. Go to SRC, take the new class that is something X. Click on finish. And taking at the rate test engine annotation. So after testing annotation, we should write one function, public void any function name Hyderabad HYD WebDriver WD equal to new Firefox driver WD dot get HTTP Facebook dot. So next I gave site to. So next I want to call that function. How we can call the function? So just all are non-static. So then we should write we should create object repository. Face f equal to new face f dot username. Enough. New face. So just we should write constructor here. Phone చేసి. Right. Save. Click on run. Cut. Yes, password change, I think. Today morning, that morning or yesterday night, that password is UOP. Now, now it will be, now it will be UOP. Yesterday night, today UOP. Is entered or not? UOP. Control V. Save. Click on that. Save. Come to concept. Run it. This is the page object model framework. Concept is over.
What was this last concept name?
Page object model framework.
So in this we just made one more
Wait.
uh,
Project. I will explain you now. Yes, login there. So this is the page object model framework. What is the use of page object model framework, sir? If it is any changes, if it is any properties, UI elements changes, we will go and we will change it. Remaining script is as it is. Remaining script is as it is. No need to change anywhere. Just we will change here only. Just go this three properties only we will change. Remaining concept is same. Remaining concept is same. So this is the concept of page object model framework concept. So if it is any UI elements changes, no need to change all the program. Just we will go and we will change the property. So remaining script is as it is, same to same. That is the use of page object model framework. Right now, only less companies using, and upcoming all the companies they will use only this concept, that is page object model framework concept. So it's very useful concept. That is page object model framework concept. One more example in the notes. Copy. So concept is over. Last concept, last concept, last concept, that is project. So recently one CSC company people, they did one project. That project I will explain you. Actually they have, so here we have some IDs, we have some IDs, we have some IDs, like so I'm going to triplex page. Here we have some IDs. Here I have some IDs. Here I have some IDs. So these are the IDs. So each and every ID having 9 fields, madam. So first of all, go to site, control V. So here we have one application. So manually we need to enter some data. 9 I'm entering here. Here I'm entering 98. and click. I'm entering one data, one ID. I'm entering one ID. Click on search button. So it is showing 9 fields. It is showing 9 fields. So 8 fields it is showing. This information I need. I have 7 crore IDs. I need all the fields information I need. Only after entering ID, if you click on search button, it is showing 8 fields. These fields I need. I need these fields. Just how to get the data. So I have data in Excel sheet. All IDs I have in Excel sheet. So I will through file input stream I will send the data, and using file output stream I can get the this all fields. This all 8 fields we can get from this site, and it will store in Excel sheet. It will store in Excel sheet. So I'm attaching one file. That file name is Sudha. That file name is Sudha. So I'm attaching 15 files. I'm attaching 15 files. I'm attaching 15 files. Sorry, 15 IDs. So using the IDs, so file input stream, I will attach this file. File output stream, file output file output file output stream, file output stream. So I creating one file. That file name is US UK. Save. So come to script. Come to script. So driver equal new Firefox driver. Why? Because I declared web driver starting web driver before that. So here I'm writing driver new equal new web driver. Driver dot get HTTP file input stream. File equal new file input stream path of the file. So workbook. So directly, if you use only file input stream, we can't get the data. Already we discussed in the Excel file. Compulsory we should take some workbook. So here I'm taking HSF workbook. Workbook equal to new HSF workbook file. Same logic here also we are using. So file writer FW equal new file writer, buffer writer BW equal new buffer writer. Just like just now we discussed one Excel file. Same concept. File input stream FIS equal to file equal to new file input stream. Path of the file I'm giving. HSF workbook equal to new HSF workbook file. HSF sheet equal to workbook get sheet at method. Same to same, get last row number, get last row number. Say everything same to same. So this concept is somewhat difficult. Why? Because this is a project. So they have 7 crore IDs. They want all IDs information. So this CSC company people, they did this project. Nearly they charge you to 10 lakhs rupees for this particular only one line code. They charge you to 10 lakhs rupees. So we can get the data in Excel file. In file output stream I gave file output stream out file equal new file output stream. I'm giving path of the file US UK XLS. Save, click on run. How beautiful it will run. You can get it. So I gave only 15 IDs. In the notes also, in the soft copy also, I gave you some data as well as this script also I gave you. So this is the project they did. So simple project. So some areas Selenium will work very effectively. Some areas manually we can work very effectively. This is the main difference between Selenium and manually. So here, if you do manually, it will take some years, but Selenium will do. So if you want to get the 7 crore ID information, all 8 fields, if you want to do manually, it will take some years, but Selenium will do within one day. It will get the data and it will store in one file, that is Excel file. So we can get the data in one Excel file, that is US UK. This is the Selenium, madam. Madam, any doubts, madam? Jabina, madam? After practicing, just if you have doubt at any time, you can ask me at any time. You can call me, madam. And Rajendra garu, just prepare the resume, and I will explain you manual project. So after explaining manual project, you can prepare the resume and you can try for job.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now go and check in US UK. US UK. 15. 3 records not, 4 records not found. So this is the concept. This is the concept. This is the example for data-driven testing only. Already tested functionality. Again and again we will test with multiple sets of data. Already tested functionality. Again and again we will test with multiple sets of data. Already tested functionality. Again and again we will test with multiple sets of data. So that is called data-driven testing. Data-driven testing means implementing retesting. Retesting means already tested functionality. Again and again we will test with multiple sets of data, not only single set of data. We are taking with multiple sets of data. Each and every time we are clicking on search button, we are taking different sets of data and we are clicking on search button. So that's why that is called data driven testing. If it is manual testing, we will call retesting. If it is automation testing, we will call data driven testing. This is the concept of data driven testing. Best example. So data-driven framework also finished. Data-driven testing, how to work with Excel sheet, how to work with normal array application, and page object model framework finished.